A very warm welcome to all my dear students of St. Joseph's Academy, Class 8. In this video, we are going to learn about the topic static electricity. Static electricity. A static electricity is an imbalance of electric charges within or on the surface of a material. The charge remains until it is able to move away by means of an electric current or electric discharge. Thales found that when amber rubbed with wool, it acquired the property of attracting small pieces of paper. When an object made of a substance like glass, plastic, ebonite, nylon, hard rubber, etc. is rubbed with wool or fur, it acquires an electric charge due to friction. When we take a plastic comb and bring it near the small bits of paper lying on a table, we observe that the comb does not attract the paper bits. But when the comb is rubbed on our dry hair and then we bring it close to the bits of paper, we observe that now the bits of paper are attracted by the comb. This is because the comb acquires the attractive property on rubbing it with dry hair due to friction. Similarly, a glass rod becomes positively charged when rubbed with silk, while the silk becomes negatively charged. Due to friction of the glass rod with the silk cloth, the electrons are transferred from the glass rod to the silk due to friction. So, the silk cloth becomes negatively charged due to excess electrons on its surface, and the glass rod becomes positively charged because of the loss of electrons. When an ebonite rod is rubbed with animal fur, the electrons from the animal fur moves to the rod due to friction. So, the ebonite rod becomes negatively charged while the fur, due to the loss of electrons, acquires positive charge. The electron flows from the fur to the ebonite rod. There are two kinds of charges. We call them positive and negative charges. Like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. This can be verified with the following experiment, which is given here in the diagram. When the two glass rods are rubbed with silk, then both the glass rods acquire positive charges. When the two glass rods having positive charge are brought near to each other, then they repel each other. But when a glass rod rubbed with silk having a positive charge and another ebonite rod which is rubbed with fur and has acquired a negative charge is brought close to each other, they attract each other. So from the given experiment we can say that the two like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. Conductors and insulators. Conductors are the substances which have a large number of free electrons in them. They allow the charges to flow through the motion of free electrons. So, conductor, any material that allows electric current to pass through it. For example, copper, aluminium, steel, etc. Insulators. So, what are insulators? Any material that does not allow electric current to pass through it. For example, plastic, rubber, glass, cloth, wood, etc. Insulators do not have free electrons in them, and they do not allow the charges to flow through them. Methods of charging a conductor by conduction. Charging by conduction involves the contact of a charged object to a neutral object. Hence, when an uncharged conductor is brought in contact with a charged conductor, charge is shared between the two conductors, and hence the uncharged conductor gets charged. So from the given diagram we can see that we have an insulating stand over which an uncharged conductor is placed. When the uncharged conductor is brought in contact with a charged conductor, then the uncharged conductor also acquires the charge by the method of conduction. By induction. In this paragraph, we are going to study about the charging of conductor by induction method. Only conductors can be charged by the induction process. The process relies on the fact that a charged object can force or induce the movement of electrons about the material being charged. The object being charged ends up with a charge which is the opposite of the object being used to charge it. So from the given diagram we can see that when a positively charged glass rod is brought near to a neutral conducting sphere, then the portion of the sphere which is near to the positively charged conductor acquires a negative charge, while the portion of the sphere which is away from the positively charged glass rod acquires a positive charge. Now let us discuss about the gold leaf electroscope. A gold leaf electroscope is a simple device which is used to identify the electric charge present in a body. Their operation is based on the principle of like sign charge repulsion. When the leaves which are electrically connected become electrically charged, they push apart from each other. A gold leaf electroscope consists of two gold leaves hanging from a brass rod having a brass disc at its upper end. The rod passes through an ebonite cork fitted in the mouth of a glass bottle. The glass bottle has tin foils on its sides near its bottom, which are earthed. The glass bottle protects the gold leaves from the effect of air, wind, etc. This gold leaf electroscope is used to test whether a body is charged or uncharged. When we bring a body and touch it with the brass disc of the gold leaf electroscope, if the gold leaves diverge, move away from each other, it means the body is charged. But if the leaves do not diverge, the body is uncharged. Lightning. Lightning is a naturally occurring electrostatic discharge during which two electrically charged regions in the atmosphere or ground temporarily equalize themselves, causing the instantaneous release of as much as 1 gigajoule of energy. During thunderstorm, when a charged cloud passes over the earth, it acquires an opposite charge by induction. A spark may occur between the two oppositely charged clouds or a charged cloud and the earth. This spark is called lightning. The effect of lightning on objects is very dangerous and serious. It can kill humans and animals. It can cause a fire and destroy the buildings. During lightning, certain safety measures has to be taken. During thunderstorm, it is not advisable to stand under a tree or near a tall building. A lightning rod or lightning conductor is a metal rod mounted on a structure and intended to protect the structure from a lightning strike. A lightning conductor is a device which is used to protect buildings from being damaged due to lightning. A lightning conductor is a long copper rod with sharp points or spikes projecting above on the top of the building. The lower end of the copper, as we can see from the diagram, is having the earth connection, is earthed, buried deep into the ground as shown in the figure. When a charged cloud passes over the building, an opposite charge is induced on the spikes. This charge passes to the earth through the copper rod. Thus, the lightning spark is prevented and the building is saved from the damage. Thank you and have a very nice day.